and a welcome back from Just About Watches, certainly from me. Now, I have to issue an apology for not being around for the reviews on YouTube, but I've had a heart attack and heart failure. So to go with my brain tumour, I now have a dodgy ticker. But there you go, there's people worse off in the world, so I'm not going to complain. But I wasn't going to do reviews justice whilst I was incredibly poorly. I'm a little bit stronger now, so I'll have a go. Now, as you all know from past videos and certainly on the group, I'm not one of those that will do the same old, same old. You won't see me reviewing one brand continuously and variations of one brand. I'm not a one-trick pony, and neither is Just About Watches in its entity. We look at everything and anything, and we give it equal qualification, for want of a phrase. It can be an expensive high-end Patek to a Swatch. It matters little. Pockets are different sizes. Tastes are subjective. And that's what brought to my attention Ironbridge Watch Company out of Philadelphia. They have the same ethos as myself. Now, Ironbridge was founded and owned by Chad Sagres. He's a professional figure skater who's travelled the world competing. And as a watch collector and enthusiast, he's managed to well, source is probably the right word, because he's identified and sourced some of the best watches that we might not have got to see. His fortune in being able to go to these different countries and find these different brands has given him this mission that he wanted to bring these brands to you, to us. And I applaud that. To name just a few of the brands he's pushing forward: the Leica 9025, Blanchet, 000 or 000 out of order, an Italian brand. Quite a clever one, actually. You've got Fortuna Chronometry, one I'm going to look at in a moment. Stuart Dawson of London. So many different brands that we'd never get to hear of if it wasn't for the Chads of this world and Ironbridge. So you have to applaud somebody that's going to that length. You have to help in his vision, because his vision is our future with horology. He's aiming at the younger market. He's looking at what kind of legacy he can leave, he can create, because we aren't going to be around forever. There's going to be watch enthusiasts after us, and they have to be catered for. And that is something that Chad aims to do through his company. So let's take a look at one of his examples. And I've taken the liberty of just getting rid of the paraphernalia for the moment, the instruction manuals, warranties, etc. I've also taken it out of the slide-in box, the slide-in tray type box, to expedite the review. Now, excusing my lighting, you'll see from the tray that it actually has an absolutely sublime steel tablet in there, embedded with Fortuna, the company, and the signature of the company owner. It also mentions that it's made in Germany. Now, I think that's a beautiful touch. Experience of the whole, not just the watch. Well done, Fortuna, on that aspect. You really ticked the boxes on that. So, to the watch. And I have to say that really, Chad has not let us down with regards to this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I'm purposely keeping the watch at this angle at the moment so you can actually see the depth of the colour. As I pan in, you'll notice, if I can avoid reflections, which is almost impossible, it's very, very deep. It's luscious is the term that we would give to this. Unlike the Rolex Plum, This actually has more depth to it, more substance. The colour brings you in, it draws you in, it oozes quality and expense. It's not dull. You look at the indices, I love the 12 and the 06 markers. Very, very symmetrical. I like the retro aviator almost style. You know that it's going to have the crown marked. You know that on the back you're going to have engraving on anywhere it can be engraved, just to give it that special touch. You know without even questioning it that it's going to have the laser engraved etching on the buckle. So important to me. You look as we draw away the colour of the stitching to match the beautiful colour of the face. That is quality. It talks of money, and yet this piece is only $1,000, actually a little less. It would grace the hand of anybody. Now, I don't do wristwatch checks anymore. I don't like them. I think that they're a little childish, but that's just me. But you look at it on a wrist and it looks absolutely stunning. You could see this on the executive's wrist in high-end meetings. You're talking $1,000 watch that looks like a far more expensive piece. So what I will say is that the aim of Ironbridge and Chad has been achieved in this one example alone. You only have to look at the depth of colour to be drawn into it. It tells you that it's quality without even going and touching it. But when you feel it, it's balanced correctly. The weight is right. The feel, the tactile feel of it is all there. And that, to me, is what an experience of a watch is about. Now, I can't applaud Chad or Ironbridge Watch Company any more than I already have. I think that we need more Chads of this world in horology. I applaud the abundance of micro brands that are coming out, and I have so many to review, including macro brands. It's refreshing to see that horology isn't dead. We've had the quartz revolution. We've had so many evolutions. The only thing in truth that is left to us, and Chad has identified this, is our imagination, our design capabilities and abilities. A watch is a watch, akin to a wheel is a wheel. It's round, it may be square, but it'll be a watch. Can we make it more appealing? I think I've demonstrated with the Fortuna, well actually the Fortuna has demonstrated that just the right colour with the right coordination in the right proportion, you can achieve just about anything. On that note, I will end the video by saying please remember that Just About Watches is not just about watches, it's about raising awareness for brain tumour and cancer research. It's about bringing together a collaboration of watch enthusiasts and watch lovers from around the world of different levels and of different pockets. There's no watch snobbery. There's equality. We all have one thing in common. All of us is going to get touched by cancer or brain tumours at some stage in our lives. I'd ask you to understand that and support Just About Watches in that alone. We are spreading the message and spreading the word. We are raising awareness. I get hundreds of mail a day thanking us for doing what we are doing. It is a clever way of utilising a particular niche to raise an awareness. We're not doing marathons to raise awareness for that'll be forgotten in one day. this is a long-term goal, and I hope that you come on this journey with me for as long as I can, and I hope that's many years to come. I don't know. I don't want to know. All I know is that the brain tumour has impacted me. But on that note, I will wish you all very good health. Do remember, not one of us is invincible. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and God bless.